But Conrad sells real good disinfectant.
What can I do for you? Go ahead.
What do you know about... I'm told Eugene killed himself. What happened?
Eugene was not a suicide. He put a bullet in his brain, yes, but that's largely a technicality.
What?
I was the one who prepared Eugene's body for interment. I discovered symptoms of the plague on his corpse, and I discovered medicine in his pocket. Lots of medicine.
Oh no.
Eugene overdosed on adrenatime, which is known to cause psychosis and paranoia as possible side effects. The paranoia drove him to take his own life.
So the town never had to pay a penalty.
We can all thank our lucky stars that young Eugene was hopped up on medication and suffered its predictable side effect. I included it all in my official report. I'd like to think I saved Edgewater a great deal of money. We never could have paid the fines associated with a suicide.
Huh.
What can I do for you?
Oh, wait, hold on. Quick save.
What can I do for you? You found Eugene's teeth? What? Where? How?
Dropped out of Silas's pockets? Wait a minute, which one's Silas again? Oh, the gravedigger, right. Adelaide had them. She was using his body as fertilizer.
McDevitt? The old flavor specialist? That is just grotesque. I suppose I should be grateful. You've saved me some trouble and no small amount of embarrassment.
Goodbye. Yeah, Silas wasn't expecting them. Okay, so let me actually think about this. For him, it would mean his grave fees, but it would all... But for the cannery worker, it would be... Like, for Phyllis Granger, it would be reimbursement for something she's had to pay. I'm going to go with this one. Like, I'm going to load and I'm going to... I don't even know why I was so curt with it. I'm going to go take care of Phyllis, get her done. Phyllis! Phyllis! Bavardi, you coming? Oh, shit! Yeah,
What's on
she
your
caught
mind?
up. Talk about
Yeah.
Eugene. Conrad tells me
I don't
Eugene's-
understand. I found Eugene's body. I know the guy shot himself. Wait, are you telling me he was murdered?
Eugene overdosed on medication.
He was plagued? Oh, Law, that's awful. I helped carry his body out. I could have been infected. This is all a little too much for me to take in. But I guess if Eugene wasn't a suicide, our town won't have to pay a penalty.
Right. Also,
What's on your mind?
Talk
Yeah?
about Eugene. You offered to buy
Only
the
if it's not too much to ask. I'm not gonna sell him. I'm not gonna pawn him off. I'll just, I don't know, stick his teeth in an old Spacer's Choice can and leave him in his grave, where they belong.
deal.
Thanks. I won't forget this.
I'll let you get back to work. See, I don't know what she's going to do. I'm perfectly willing to regret this at some point. Like, yeah, like I said, perfectly willing to regret this at some point. But I'm very glad I went back and spoke to her after learning the truth about Eugene's death. Or at least, what seems to be the most cohesive version of events. Bit odd that Phyllis wasn't told he was plagued when she was carrying out the body, though.
Lovely to see you about, Miss Parvati.
Things going all right, Silas?
Been keeping him careful and true, miss.
Oh,
Best
yeah,
to ask
I need
her
to go
yourself.
through all of this.
My dad's buried here. Silas watches over him when I can't leave the house.
I'm sorry.
Oh. Well, thanks.
Something I can do for you?
We need to talk about
Yeah?
Eugene.
What about him?
I read a letter from Phyllis. She mentioned digging
Yeah.
for a skeleton.
Funny thing, Eugene's body ain't where it's supposed to be. The night we was supposed to commend his body to the earth, I had his grave all dug up and ready, right? And so I thought, I'll just rest my eyes a bit. When I woke up, his body was gone. Spirited away. Vanished. The footprints nearby suggested that Eugene was stolen by marauders. Or he rose from the dead.
I'll keep an eye out for him.
Let me know if you find anything.
Can I let him know? Got a question?
Yeah?
Or E.
Grave digging's a fine profession. Always work to be had, and nary a word of complaint out of your clients.
Still funny. About the
Run into any
fees.
trouble?
All done.
Reliable work from a freelancer. That's gonna take some getting used to.
Went out of my way for
And I'll
this.
buy you a drink sometime.
Sweet. No!
Something I can do for you?
Got a
Yeah?
question. Wait, so I can't tell him about... So I can't tell him about it. Okay. Now, actually, thinking about it, Phyllis was the one who wanted... Who wanted the doctor to keep the teeth and get them to her. I'm going to go talk to the Inhumer one more time. Not Inhumer, the... What do you call a person who does an autopsy? I can't think of the word.
What can I do for you?
Well, either way, talking to Conrad.
Go ahead.
Questions. Pretty enthusiastic about this.
Edgewater has been good to me. I consider myself privileged to work here.
Okay.
I am never wanting for work, not since the plague started.
What do you know about it?
The plague's come at us with a vengeance this year. Lost 6 workers in as many months. I wouldn't call them good workers, mind you. If they were any good, they'd have been treated. Still, it is a shame.
What are the symptoms?
Fever, chills, fatigue, aching, vomiting, an excess of phlegm, a tendency towards belly aching.
What you're describing sounds a lot like
Whatever
a
it may be,
flu.
I have developed my own palliative. Boiled canid liver and a splash of ethanol.
Why don't you treat all
Company
workers?
policy, friend. We don't have enough medicine to treat all of us, so we treat the best among us.
Whose idea was it?
Mr. Thompson's brainchild. Have you met him yet? Thoughtful-looking
Wait.
fellow, stares out of his office
So
most
Thompson's
hours.
the one who decided to do this? Okay. Yeah, I need to have another word with Mr. Thompson. Come, Bavarti. Wow, you did a good job keeping up. 25. Okay.
If you could see your way to getting us our power back, I'd appreciate it.
Talk to you.
Go ahead.
Pretty fixed on bringing. Have you taken a look around your town lately?
It is my job to keep 2 eyes on my town. I am the steward of this place, and this is my watch post.
How long have you worked here?
I'm trying to remember, 25 years, 26. When you get to my age, the years just rush by. You stop counting altogether. I remember looking out this window and seeing the veils spread out from horizon to horizon. We were a sprawling town. We were booming. Times change, people change, but the Veil will always be here. Spacer's Choice will always be here. Our work won't ever end. I take comfort in that.
Your town is falling to pieces.
I wish you wouldn't say things like that.
Doesn't make you disagree?
Yes, as a matter of fact. When I stand at my window and look out over my town, here's what I see. I see decent, loyal, hard-working people. I see a family. We are all part of the Spacer's Choice family. We are all doing what we were brought into this world to do.
You're loyal to Spacer's Choice.
This is a Spacer's Choice town. We're all part of the Spacer's Choice family here. The company keeps us warm, keeps us fed, keeps us working. Loyalty's got nothing to do with it, friend. This is good old-fashioned gratitude.
Something else.
Go ahead.
You seem pretty fixed on bringing Adelaide back to town.
Adelaide was our only flavor specialist. We are a Saltuna canning institution. Saltuna without flavor is like a cysty pig without tumors, borderline inedible.
Ha! Don't you people eat anything else?
Were it up to me, friend, I'd stack our larders with Saltuna galore. No other brand of Saltuna adds as much vim or vigor to the body's humors.
Oh my
But,
god,
and
it's
this is something we
scurvy!
must keep between the two of us. Saltuna is hard to come by, what with being a species indigenous to the seas of another world.
So what are you canning here?
Oh, we've scavenged together some organic material from the surrounding environs. Mostly organic, mostly local mushrooms. Some of which possess a texture akin to a well-boiled slab of Saltuna. The difference is all but impossible to detect to any but the prissiest of palate. Go ahead.
We need to have a talk about this.
Can we not? Talking about unpleasant things always gets my bile up.
You withhold medicine from your workers. How long has this plague been happening?
That I cannot say. There was no moment when the plagues began. Disease always lurks on the fringes of society, waiting to infect the idle and the lethargic. But in the last 10 years, the plagues have become progressively worse and increasingly frequent.
Yeah, this is... You should have... Things are going badly for you. Everyone gets sick. Yeah, Medical 16. You should have developed an immunity after repeated exposure to a single strain.
Corporate doesn't like us using the word should. It encourages the imagination. I believe plague is a test. It is a test of our loyalty and our fortitude. And it is one we will see through to the end.
You withhold medicine from
If I
your
had enough
workers.
medicine to treat everyone who fell sick, I would, but I don't. I can't save everyone. So I have to choose.
You let Adelaide's son die.
Adelaide's son was barely competent. I treat him with our medical rations, and it looks like I'm playing favorites. Now, I will not pretend to understand the suffering Adelaide must have felt on account of losing her child, but she is not the only one to have felt such suffering. I wish she had stayed with us. Adelaide left us when we needed her most.
Something
Go ahead.
else? What makes you think I can...
That you are not
convince
one
me?
of us may work to your advantage. Adelaide and her folk loathed the people of Edgewater, you see. I admit the fault was mine. I'm about as diplomatic as a bristling canid. I just hope Adelaide
Then
and her
why are
folk will
you
see
in
their way past
charge?
my flaws and return to town.
Sometimes people move on, it's the way of things. This is an ugly place to live. See, number 3 makes it sound like it's all about aesthetics or something. Sometimes people move on, it's the way of
Scripture
things.
tells us we all have our purpose in the world. Our work shows us that purpose. We should not have to move on from it. Yes, we have lost good workers to desertion. We have lost even more to plague. But it is why we must square our shoulders and carry on.
You and Adelaide have a
Losing
personal
Adelaide was the hardest. She was our only flavor specialist. When she walked away, I knew we were in trouble. Spacer's Choice Saltuna is renowned across the system for its quality flavors and additives. We used to sell citrus-flavored Saltuna in our heyday. Ever since Adelaide left, we have been reduced to selling unflavored and spearmint. Go ahead.
Have a word about the plague.
Can we not? Talking about...
Where are we headed?
Guess we'll talk later. I can't be sure. I can't be sure if this plague is literally just a flu or scurvy. Like, basic things. Or if it's something he's deliberately introducing. Hold on. Load. Let me go back. I'm going to see if I can tell him to try eating a vegetable.
If you could see your way to getting us our power back, I'd...
Want to talk? Okay. Have you taken a look around your town? How long have you worked here? Town's falling to pieces.
I expect you wouldn't understand. When I stand at my window and look out over... We are all...
Oil.
Go ahead.
Okay. A word about the plague. How long has this plague
But-
been happening? Medical.
Corporate doesn't like it. I believe...
You withhold medicine. You let
Adel-
Adelaide's
No,
son
I
die.
w- Go ahead.
Something else. Fixed on
Ad-
bringing Adelaide. Do you eat
What?
anything else? Okay. So... 3. You should really try eating the vegetable.
A vegetable? You mean like hydrocale? Chewy, fibrous material that springs out of the dirt? I do not trust any food that grows out of the dirt. Worms copulate in the dirt. Did you know that? Oh, we've...
Yeah.
So... Go ahead. Nature is uglier. There is... Yes, we have lost good work.
Okay. Let's... Wait. Okay, yeah. Accept. Okay. So that should be about it. Thank you, Babarty. Thank you. Stranger in a strange land. iRobot. Retrieve the logic module. Frightened engineer. Long tomorrow. Okay, I did get one of their fingers. Good. Okay, I'm going with this. It's interesting that it calls this a companion quest. But, alright. I am game. Also, I did look up what those hotkeys at the bottom are about. At the bottom left, I should say. Just ways to direct your companions. C doesn't have a function yet because I believe I haven't unlocked her ability? Or anything? What? Oh wait, are the Sprats just back in that building? Oh, it certainly seems so. Like the rabid Sprats, I should say. Well, I mean, if they are, that's some easy experience. Let's not waste ammo. Okay. Quick save.
Here they come! The last of them!
Great. Oh. Yeah, let me hack this. Unlock second story balcony door. Messages. Thompson. Saltuna Light Project. Brainstorm. Wait. From Gibbs. L. Gibbs. And I think some of them will really catch our customers' attention. Hard work on behalf of beloved brand of Saltuna. Light version of Saltuna brand, because we'd rather not compete with ourselves? What? But they are interested in the idea of lighter Saltuna. Effective immediately, we've been instructed to use heavier weighted cans so we can pack them with less Saltuna, thereby saving bits to every can. Exactly the kind of breakthrough we need. This is exact. In fact, our logistics department confirmed my request to have you transferred from marketing to the cannery. You'll be rubbing elbows with your fellow workers on the canning line? Oh, that's really unfortunate. Personal files. Ideas for Saltuna Light taglines. Melts on your fork, not in your mouth. Less fat, but with some Saltuna flavor. It's brine time. Now with the satisfying crunch of cartilage. You can't spell Saltuna without salt. Note, also can't spell Saltuna without aunts. Potential marketing toward families. Well, I mean, it's kind of jumbled up in there, but yeah. Leading scientists say it's still food. Saltuna will thank you. Warning, may cause auditory hallucinations. Huh. Okay, so I've been up here before, but this is new. Okay, thank you. Excuse me. That was cool. Ooh. Yes. Yay. Okay. Alright, so that doesn't seem like it's too far out of the way of where we've been before. Okay. Okay, primals. Did not notice.